to start with breaking news tonight. Spokane Police Chief Ann Kirkpatrick is ready to resign her position with the department, and her last day could come as early as tomorrow. Good evening, I'm Kalai Chalk. KXLY4's Jeff Humphrey joins us live tonight from the Public Safety Building. Jeff, what's driving the chief out?
Well, Kalai, it is a combination of factors that has left the chief as demoralized as her rank-and-file officers. The chief's plans to leave her office and soon have to do with election results from the mayor's race, as well as a pair of stunning defeats the chief suffered here in court.
I'm a cop first.
Yes, ma'am. When Chief Ann Kirkpatrick came to Spokane 5 years ago, she put a fresh, friendly face on the police department. Kirkpatrick was approachable and instantly popular with the public, who perceived her as a no-nonsense leader. Her cardinal rule, "You lie, you die," struck a chord with people looking for truth in law enforcement.
No gangs, no criminal activity is going to be allowed to be tolerated. So I meant what I said when I spoke to you earlier this week, and this is just, again, an example of being true to what we've said.
The chief was tough on crime. However, behind the scenes, Kirkpatrick was also apparently tough on her own people, alienating herself from the rank and file.
She claimed he was suicidal, homicidal, and dangerous, and she did it without a lick of evidence to do it.
In October, the chief was sued for hastily firing one of her detectives after he was accused of threatening his wife. Jay Maring claimed the chief used her power to retaliate against him when Maring was acquitted.
She was planning on using Spokane as a stepping stone in her career to move on to another place.
Maring's attorneys say the chief's heavy-handed discipline was part of her plan to make a name for herself, a complaint echoed by the Police Guild. Last week, a Spokane jury believed Maring and awarded him $700,000 in damages.
We ask you here this morning for this news briefing to talk frankly about the AutoZem matter.
Even though Kirkpatrick was not in office when AutoZem died after a confrontation with police, her support of Officer Carl Thompson put her at odds with her assistant chief, who said the use of force was not justified. The controversy became a political liability for Mayor Mary Verner, who tonight continues to trail her opponent in votes. Kirkpatrick had planned to stay on in Spokane for a while and help Verner pick a new chief. Tonight, it appears that decision will be left up to David Condon. And so the changing of the guard of the top brass of the Spokane Police Department has already started tonight. Today, Kirkpatrick appointed Major Scott Stevens. Acting Assistant Chief Jim Nix's health problems will not allow him to return to duty. We also know that high-ranking City Hall officials have been talking with Major Stevens about acting as the interim chief for the department. And so between a costly lawsuit, the Thompson verdict, and the mayor's apparent defeat at the polls, Chief Kirkpatrick really doesn't have a reason to stay here in Spokane and may not care to do so. City Hall officials say they are not going to discuss the chief's departure, but are announcing that they are about to launch a major nationwide search for a new chief for Spokane. Reporting live at the Public Safety Building, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.